We plan ahead showcase events like this. We actually started them last year. Extremely successful, one in San Francisco, one in New York. We were in New York last week. We combined the New York event with two major announcements. Viva Pinata, a game we're very excited about from Rare, a game that I've watched in development for the last two and a half years, and feels great to be able to talk about it now to the outside world. As well as a very interesting development in Xbox Live, the partnership with Epic Records to bring Artists of the Month music videos directly to Xbox Live Marketplace for download in high def, and combine that with our Game for Fame program, in which you can go online and play against the Artist of the Month. In this case, last week it was Natasha Bedingfield, the, let's see, what shall I call Natasha? Gorgeous, young English singer that has got a #1 hit with Unwritten. I'm more than delighted to be able to look at June 30th, the end of our fiscal year, which becomes one of our milestones. We'll have 80 games. When you combine the standalone 360 games and Xbox Live Arcade, 80 games already for the Xbox 360 by June 30th, and we're excited about that. I'm very excited about the fact that Xbox Live, I think, is adding a brand new dimension to games. Just this past week, Ghost Recon shipped, doing incredibly well. 2 weeks before that, Fight Night. Announcement today that Lara Croft will be coming to Xbox 360 in April. Elder Scrolls Oblivion 4, haven't seen the numbers yet, but I know that's going to be huge. All exclusive. Lara, obviously, a next-gen exclusive to the Xbox 360. When you look at what Live is today, it is the culmination of hundreds, if not thousands, of people of work, including our partners. And it's grown from simply being a head-to-head or clan-based online gaming environment to being a true, almost metaverse of where people hang out, where they play, where their identity is. You know, getting gamer achievements is a big deal. Marketplace, as you rightly point out, I think has been a revelation. We knew it was going to be important to have a home for people to download content, stuff. Whether that is videos, not only game videos, trailer videos, but also movie videos, game demos themselves. Here's a new way of, instead of having to wait, nothing wrong with magazines, but instead of having to wait for a magazine to arrive with the disc on, we can now, of course, stage the arrivals of demos directly into our gamers' homes, as we did, I think, probably to the best effect coming out of CES, where I was on stage with Bill and Steve, and they did Fight Night. And then it was great to be able to announce that at 9 o'clock, an hour from now, you'll all be able to download this demo directly to the hard drives on your Xbox 360 and play Fight Night. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about arcade and how that has broadened the reach of what the Xbox 360 is already doing, even in its infancy here. I read more and more stories about the guy who's 28 years of age and maybe lives with his girlfriend, buys one and thought it would be his testosterone-fueled domain of what he would do, whether it be Project Gotham Racing or Perfect Dark or Call of Duty. And it's actually his girlfriend goes online, watches him go online and plays Geometry Wars or Mutant Storm or Joust or Bejeweled, and poker's coming up. All of that, I think, has really broadened the reach of what, the Xbox 360 is. And I like to think as well what video gaming is. You know, we as an industry, and we at E3, and people scoffed and laughed and got confused, said we need to touch as an industry 1 billion consumers in this next generation. Totally think that's possible. Absolutely think that's possible with the experiences we're providing, the emerging markets that are coming online over the next few years that will have the level of sophistication and development to take on consoles and buy games and make it a vibrant economy for our publishing partners. And the broadness of the reach of what consoles can now do, particularly connected consoles that have a strong service element to them. All of that, we'll stand by what we said. I believe we touch 1 billion people in this next generation. We announced this morning that as I actually pre-announced somewhat at DICE in February, that supply would be getting better. And we announced probably a 2 to 3 times multiplier in supply. A lot of it to do now with finally full boatloads of consoles arriving all around the world, but in particular here in the US. One of the things that people should understand is getting here via air freight is quick, but you don't get the huge quantities you need because you can only put so many consoles in the 747. Container ships, big 40-foot containers, can bring some real volume. Excuse me, and that's where we're starting to get to here. And as I mentioned in late February in Las Vegas, 4 to 6 weeks from that point on, you should be able to walk in and buy an Xbox 360 off the shelf, and I think we're getting very close to that moment. So delighted to be able to tell everyone that. Supplies are really starting to come in. We've got visibility, obviously, what's on boats coming in, and it's looking a lot better than it has been in a long time. What can you expect from E3? I think some exciting announcements, but perhaps most importantly, games you can get your hands on and play, not videos.